But know that, if you make a deposit in the universal bank, your good comes to you in countless ways. Sometimes your abundance will manifest rather quickly. In fact, you will think it is almost magic. There are times your good will come to you in unexpected ways. Just know that it is there, and it is coming to you. Build a confidence as solid as your confidence that the sun will rise every morning. The law of circulation. Let's elaborate on the law of circulation. Again, all we have to do is to look at nature. A good example is a pond. If water only comes into the pond, soon the pond will stagnate and will no longer support life. If water only goes out of the pond will soon dry up and no longer be able to support life. But if water both comes in and goes out of the pond will be sparkling pure and able to support life. We can take our cues from the examples of nature. It is the same in our financial lives. As we circulate our money freely, more money flows into our lives. Another aspect of circulation is release. Start to release everything that is no longer a part of what you want to create in your life. Give material things away that you no longer use or want, in order to make room for what you want or need right now. At least once a year it is a good idea to go through your home, especially your closets, and find those things you no longer use. If you haven't worn something or used something in the last 12 months, give it away. Give your items to friends, or give them to people who need them. Give them to charity. And as you clean out, put what is left in order, because if you have clutter in your life, it is an indication of clutter within your mind. As within, so without. Emerson said, "Beware of holding too much good in your hands." How is that possible? How is it possible to have too much health, happiness, love or money? What Emerson was saying was that we block the flow of good into our lives by holding on too tightly to what we have. In order to increase what we have, we must be willing to let go of what we think we need to hold on to. Money is an idea in action. We live in an abundant universe filled with ideas flowing through time and space. It is up to us to take what we need out of this flow. There are an abundance of ideas that we can use to create more riches in our life. If you think about it, money is an idea in action. If we stand in the flow of life and say, there isn't enough, or I can't have, or I'm not able to, then the flow passes right by us. The current of life is always flowing, and it is flowing right now. People hoard money, hang on to it, try to hide it, even steal it, which comes out of a belief that if they do this, they will add more money to their life. What they don't understand is they are going against the flow of life. Even the word currency is related to the word current, but it also means passing from hand to hand. Money must be circulated, not hidden, hoarded or stolen. The law of circulation always prevails. When we block the circulation through fear, fear of letting go, fear of lack, fear of giving, we stop the flow. That blockage must be removed if we are to experience riches and abundance on a permanent basis. Life supports expansion, not limitation. Life also keeps its agreements with us. If we do not circulate our money or make choices about how and where we're going to circulate our abundance, life will do it for us, because expansion must always take place. If you don't do the choosing, life will choose for you, and it may not be the choice you want. It will be recirculated through unexpected expenses. In general, we are forced to circulate money, whether we like it or not. Take a look at your life, and see what's preventing you from keeping your money. Take a look at where you are forced to spend your money. Then take a look at where you are holding back. What are your beliefs about circulating money? Not only must we circulate and give out, but also we must learn to be a good receiver, if we are going to experience wealth and permanent riches. How to be a good receiver? One important way to increase the flow of abundance in our lives is to be a good receiver. Giving must be balanced with receiving. Many people neglect this area of their lives. But being a good receiver is not as easy as it seems. When we become the receiver, it makes us more vulnerable, and we have less control. When you give, you are in control. Receiving, on the other hand, will sometimes make you feel out of control. For example, if someone gives you a compliment, how do you react? If they say to you, "I love the clothes you are wearing," how do you respond? Perhaps you say, "Oh, this old thing. I've had this for years." Or if they say, "That was a great meal you just cooked." You might say, "Oh, it's nothing much. I just threw some things together." It's important that we take a look at how we respond to compliments. The reason that it is important to accept compliments is that it allows the other person to give something to us. If you look at the whole picture, we are both the giver and the receiver. Learning to freely accept what is given to you will help you to become an open channel for wealth. Never refuse anything good that is offered to you. If someone offers you a gift, take the gift and just say, "Thank you." If you are in a restaurant and someone wants to pay the bill, don't argue. Just say, "Thank you," and allow them to give to you. Give up your beliefs about accepting gifts from others. Forget about feeling vulnerable or owing them something. If someone gives you something you don't like, or you don't need, pass it on to someone else who can use it or enjoy it. As you do this, everyone gets to win. When you refuse a gift from anyone, you are not only blocking the flow of abundance in your life, but you are also blocking the flow of abundance in the giver's life. If you wanted to give a gift, wouldn't you want someone to receive your gift? Remember, there can't be a giver without a receiver, and there can't be a receiver without a giver. Whenever you accept a gift, know that you're helping yourself and the giver to complete the cycle of giving and receiving. How much can you accept? Here's an important question. How much money can you accept? We all know people who have more money than they know what to do with. And we all know people who never have enough. Why the difference? Many people think that, if they could just get their hands on a large sum of money, they would be set for the rest of their lives. This is absolutely not true. Studies have shown that people who receive large sums of money without working for it - those who have won lotteries, or inherited wealth, for example - almost always find themselves back to their original financial level within 2 years of their windfall. They think that, if they had money, they would pay their bills, get out of debt and start anew. But that very seldom happens. Over 90% of the people who win large sums of money eventually end up with no more money than they had before their winnings. Their standard of life does not increase, and in many cases, is lowered because of excessive spending. If a person who has virtually nothing is given a large sum of money, within a very short time, that person will have nothing again. If we divided all the money in the world equally, in a short time the rich would be rich again, and the poor would be poor. The point here is that, if you have a poverty consciousness, or a consciousness of lack and limitation, you will literally spend yourself into poverty. If you find yourself with too much money, you will spend whatever you have, in order to get back to your comfort zone. Take all the money away from a person who's a millionaire - one who has the consciousness of a millionaire today - and within a short time he or she will be a millionaire again. Riches start from the mind, not your pocketbook, bank account or investments. The pocketbook, bank account and investments are the effects, not the cause. The cause is always an idea or belief about money. A person is not rich because they have money. They have money because they are already rich in consciousness. Again, this is the reason that the rich will always get richer, and the poor will always stay poor until they change their consciousness. Seed money increases riches. Another idea for increasing abundance is the concept of seed money. The process of seed money is based on the law of circulation. The seed money principle is a sure way to increase the flow of riches into your life. It's about planting seeds of wealth by giving money with the expectation of a tenfold return. A farmer can only plant what he has to plant. If he has 100 seeds, that's all he can plant. To increase his crop he must plant those seeds and take the new seeds that are part of the new crop, and then replant some of them to produce another new crop. The lesson here is that increase comes out of what we already have. Does that sound familiar? Well, you can't hear it enough. We must seed part of what we have to ensure a larger crop. What would happen if a farmer took his seeds and put them in a jar and kept them there? They would eventually dry up and become useless, and they would never be able to reproduce again. It is extremely important what we do with our seeds, and where we plant them, whether it's corn or money. Planting corn in rich soil with plenty of water and caring would be the best possible way for us to expect a return. When planting money seeds, our belief is the soil and our expectancy of return is the water that's necessary for growth. Since a belief is so important, it would be wise to properly select a place that we feel that our seed money would do the most good, so that it would multiply.